welcome to another Travelling Corner video, and what a special what we've got lined up for you this time around. So what we're going to be doing at this point is you have just about joined me on an adventure going up to Redcar, and it's just one of those things where it's just get to explore more than one area. Now this journey is going to have me going up from south of Yorkshire to the north of Yorkshire on one train as I board at Rotherham Central, change at York, and then go up to Redcar Central. So Rotherham Central to Redcar Central via York. And I'm very excited to go on that journey, and I'm even more excited to take you all along with me. And it's going to be one of those, as I say, interesting journeys where I've got longer than half an hour waiting times at York each time, so it's about 35 minutes there on the way up and then about an hour coming back. So with that in mind, I will have more than enough time to take you around the area of York, and I will do just that. But join me back at Rotherham Central, because I need to stop off at Rotherham while I do that. I need to pick up a few bits, and I'll see you there near at the time. Join me back in a bit after this. And I'm back, and I thought, well, I've just bought a few bits from Heron, and I thought to myself, what would be a good video if I don't test these out on camera? So I've got three different types of rope. So I've got a fruit salad rope, I've got a millions rope, this one's a bit longer, hence why it's more expensive, and I've got a wham rope. So let's start with the fruit salad rope. Now, I should know what they all taste like, but it's something that I can't resist trying out on camera. But look at that. I mean, isn't this just incredible? One of those things that you can get on a rope. And very tasty too. I'm sat at Rotherham Central Railway Station. I've just been to Tesco and picked up some bits I needed to get. I'm staying away for a few days, and I'm waiting for the 11:56 train because I'm going off to Redcar. I've got to change at York. I'm there for about 30 odd minutes before I get on the train to Redcar, and then I get to go through Middlesbrough as well, which is rather interesting. I'm dropping. Oh, this is going to be funny. Is she still going to glitch here? Yes, she is. Train 3 carriages. Yeah, and I thought that she was fixed because in Meadowhall she said this train is formed of 3 carriages, but as you just heard her there, just before I burst out laughing, she says train 3 carriages. So there's a bit of a glitch going on with the late great Celia Drummond. I still find it very funny, as you just saw there. This time I'm going to wait until she says it, so you get to hear it for yourself.
Platform 2 for the 11:28 Northern service to Leeds. Stand right there.
Oh, I find that really funny. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Well, I've completely obliterated this rope and I've still got 2 more left to go. So let's have a look at the WAM one. It looks practically the same, but it looks like it's the inverse of what you saw with the fruit salad. Something's come off because I heard it rattling in the packet. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice. This is something definitely worth noting. Now, what we're going to do with this one, it's not going to be longer than the others. This one is a bubblegum millions rope. I can definitely tell that by the smell. Definitely does have a bubblegum smell to it. But look at this. The millions that are attached to this rope are a bit bigger than what you saw in the last 2, but they're a lot softer. Well, join me back in a bit and I will be on the train, then making my way up to York. And then I'll be able to keep you updated on this journey as and when it occurs, as and when it takes place, so you get to see everything that happens. Join me back in a bit after this. And we're back, and we are just on the train, on an actual train going to York. I need to change at York, just to make my way to Redcar Central. Now, interestingly enough, we go down the same route when you were on the tram going to Parkgate, but then rather than branching off, it just carries straight on, and we're just passing Parkgate now, and it's just really, this is going to be something worth noting. I mean, Celia Drummond, the late great Celia Drummond, as you heard in the last part, where she did her train 3 carriages, which made both me and the travellers, the person who I booked assistance with, laugh her heads off. She announces she does the announcements on that one as well, and she announces the platform number when there is only the one. So, as I mentioned, we've just gone past Parkgate, and we're just about to call at Swinton, and I will tell you which the stations we are calling at once they come round. At the moment it's just saying that please make sure you hold a valid ticket. Yeah, I always make sure of that because I'm one of those genuine people who like to make sure that my journey is valid and genuine. We'll be calling at Swinton, South Yorkshire, Moorthorpe, Pontefract, Baghill, Sherburn and Elmet, that's going to be an interesting station to see, Church Fenton, heard of Church Stretton, Alskelf and York. I've got an hour on here, or thereabouts. Well, join me back in a bit and I will be in York. Join me back in a bit after this. And I'm back, and welcome to York. And it's just rather interesting, I find, that there's a nursery rhyme based on this, Grand Old Duke of York. And this, obviously, was the very place that gave its name.
1332 cross-country service to Edinburgh is delayed by approximately 11 minutes. This is due to a speed restriction over the respective track. We're sorry that the service will take most of the time.
Wow. Okay, so I've been interrupted by Anne Jeremy. Let's see if she'll interrupt me again, which she may very well likely do. That may very well be the case. But we've just seen a TPE train pull up to Newcastle. As I was just saying earlier, this station used to have 15 platforms. Now we've only got 11. And they've been renumbered, so I can only assume, because you've got platform 1, which I got off at platform 1, and that goes to Sheffield. But then you've also got platforms 2 and your platforms 1 and 2 huddled close together. You've got this is a rather interesting layout, and I'm sure along this side of things as well, I'm pretty sure that you've got I'm pretty sure that you had other platforms on the side of it. So I mentioned there used to be 15 platforms here. It's just rather interesting how it went. How it went from 15 platforms to 11. That'd be one of the things I'm trying to work out. And another question would be, why did it happen? So it's the same as, here's a bit of a rhyme. York had 15 platforms, now only has 11. Hull used to have 14 platforms, and now it's only 7. So, I tell you what, while I think about it.
Platform 10 is the 1320 Trans-Pennine Express service to Newcastle. Darlington, Durham, Chester Street and Newcastle. This train has 5 coaches, short things and short handles. If you are travelling to Chester Street, you will need to travel from 4 coaches of the train.
Thank you.
10 on the 1320 Trans-Pennine Express service to Newcastle.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, interestingly enough, with Anne Jeremy, she always does this. She always does this. Let me try that again. Interestingly enough, with Anne Jeremy, she has 2 different recordings of Newcastle. So, as you heard her here, when she gives announcements from this station, she calls it Newcastle, as you'd expect, because we're in this part of England, and that is to be absolutely expected. But when we have her giving announcements from somewhere like Penzance, she'll say Newcastle, like I typically would, because I come from Portsmouth. Now, before we get interrupted by Anne Jeremy again, I will say join me back in a bit, and I will be on the train going towards Redcar Central. Join me back in a bit after this. And I'm back, and we're just on the TPE train going to Redcar Central, and we are 6 minutes behind schedule at the moment, and we're calling Thirsk next, and then Northallerton.
Safety and security, this train is fitted with CCTV. Please keep your belongings with you or in sight at all times. If you notice anything suspicious, please speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. If you see it, say it, and we'll sort it.
Thank you. This always happens whenever I want to do a video on board a train. I always get interrupted by announcements. It just always seems to happen. Anyway, as I was saying, we are going to be going into, call it Thirsk, Northallerton. I get that confused with another Northampton. It's the way it sounds. let's have a look at the announcements quickly. I just want to be able to see where it's calling at. But Thirsk has a short platform, and it says, please move to the front 5 coaches if you wish to leave the train. I just wanted to see where it's calling at. It's just taking a bit of a while. Thirsk, Northallerton, Yarm, Eaglescliffe, Thornaby, Middlesbrough and Redcar Central. Now, what we're going to be talking about at this point, and I'm going to mention it as well, Yarm is an anagram of some. So if your name, if you're about in this part of England and your name is Mary, you are going to be in for a right laugh, because Yarm is an anagram of your name. But speaking of which, I'm going to take the time to announce another incoming OC for my animated stuff called Mary Yarm, because why not? But join me back in a bit, because we've got ticket inspections taking place, and I'm just going to ask if I can upgrade my ticket to first class. I don't think I can, because it's an advanced single, but it is worth checking if I can. Join me back in a bit after this. And I'm back, and yes, I did manage to get this sorted, and I didn't think I would, but I did manage to get an upgrade to first class, even though I have an advanced single. Now, with advanced singles, just to give you the idea, just to set a picture as to what you'd expect, with an advanced single, you are assigned with a seat, because you need to on this sort of train. You need to do that typically with TPE. So I thought I didn't think this was going to work, because I've got these tickets in advance and I've been given a seat, and it did work, and it only cost me £26.80. Now, there's an hour's journey between York, where I originally boarded, and Redcar Central.
Welcome to this Transfer 9 Express service to Redcar Central. Our next platform will be Eaglescliffe. Due to short platform, can I please ask all passengers for Eaglescliffe to be in the front 4 coaches of this train? These coaches are C, B, A and G, and the doors in coaches F and E will not open at this station. Our next platform is Eaglescliffe.
Thank you, I was just about to say that. So £26.80, and it's not quite work.
This is a service to Redcar Central. The next stop will be Eaglescliffe.
Am I always going to get interrupted by announcements whenever I want to make a video on board a train? Always happens. Now, I should have been in Redcar Central in about 19 minutes time, but at the moment I am running 9 even minutes behind schedule, so I'm not due to get into Redcar now until 14:58. But I would have been, if everything was timed on time, I would have been in Redcar at 14:49. I'm not going to be there until 14:58, because with 9 minutes behind schedule. I've just seen it on the screen there. Eaglescliffe has a short platform. I think the only station that doesn't have the only stations that I know of that didn't have any short platforms were Northallerton and Middlesbrough. The Thirsk had short platforms, Yarm had short platforms, so does Eaglescliffe, and Redcar Central. Now, it always begs the question, why would you send a 6-car train, why would you send a 6-coach train to terminate at Redcar Central when the platforms at that station can only fit 4 coaches? It doesn't seem to make sense. But I've heard from my cousin just a moment ago that this train was actually supposed to run to Saltburn, but it's now being curtailed to terminate at Redcar because there's been trespassers on the line between Redcar Central and Saltburn. And I'm in coach A, now I'm in coach C of this 6-coach train. Now we've not long left Yarm, which shows, it just comes to mind of that. It comes to show what we have there, and it's given me the idea to come up with a character called Merry Yarm. As I mentioned earlier, Yarm's an anagram of that name. You could just about imagine any Marys out there would be laughing when they find out that Yarm is actually an anagram of their name. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and so far, I hope you enjoyed this video so far. Join me back in a bit. We're slowing down. Join me back in a bit when we get into Redcar Central. Join me back in a bit after this. And I'm back, and what an interesting journey this has been to up here to Redcar Central. This is the first time I've been here, and well, we are oh dear, that always happens. Thank you, Celia. So anyway, we are in Redcar Central, and we are, well, I would have been delayed by about 15, I was delayed by about 10 minutes, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.